Hi, this is a world simulator, and it is basically what it does is it simulates a few functions like wind, rain, um, tree growth, and grass growth, and grass seed growth, and it also simulates electricity production through this turbine, and it has also a simple life form that I have tried to give it, and that is the chicken. And I have worked on it a very little time, so I didn't do much to improve it, but yeah, it is fairly nice, and it has fairly nice functions, and this tree and rain works very well, but I haven't given any um, functions of rain with tree and grass growth, and I could have done that easily. That's very easy, but the tree um, is very much dependent on the wind. Like if I um, if I increase the wind speed as I will do now, then you will see that the trees will shake much more. Okay, let me increase the uh, wait. Let me increase the wind speed here, and you will see the tree will shake much more violently, and the tree has endurance. Like um, if it is shaking um, very very violently, then the trees will fall eventually, and it depends on every tree. Like uh, one tree would fall in an in a way, and another might fall in another way. It all depends on the trees. Okay, so we can see a red dot, and the red dot I have given just to make a tree or a chicken growth. Okay, so I'll show you how I can grow another tree. Okay, let me go here, and I will make another tree here. Okay, here. Okay, I will decrease the wind speed another, or the tree will fall. I will not. You can see the turbine blade depends on the tree, and yeah, I'll stop the rain. Um, I wanted to give it daytime or a nighttime, but I just didn't do it. I just didn't find them very necessary, and just didn't do it. So this is the whole project were made so that it looks good in this condition. Okay, so I'll make another tree here, and the tree grows gradually. And the funny thing, and another thing is I can place eggs on the world, and those are chicken eggs. And these eggs are fertile, but there are another kind of eggs that those are not fertile, and these are these eggs. The chicken grows after 10 seconds, I mean the chicken hatches, and here the chicken has its life form. Okay, so look at the tree here. The tree has gotten older and it will eventually die out. Like the tree, the tree grows eventually and it gets older and eventually it dies out. The tree's life cycles. Come on. Yeah. And here's a baby chicken and it will eventually grow. And the chickens, all of them. Oh yeah, the chicken has poop. You can see that there is poop under the chicken, right? And this is the female chicken and this is the male chicken. I didn't do much to give them a look, but yeah. And here you can see that a chicken is lying on the ground, and these are dead chickens. And these eggs, which are a bit off color, these are non-fertile egg. It means it will never hatch. And these are the poops. And okay, and whenever the chicken is on the ground, okay, oh yeah, it will poop and the chicken mates, and when the chicken mates, then the female chicken will lay an egg after approximately 15 to 10 seconds. Okay, so you can see the turbine blade is rotating very slowly because the wind is very low, and it also rotates with wind direction, and I'm doing it manually but I can do it automatically. Um, Another thing is the chicken dies after a certain time. The chicken has its life cycle, like it grows to be an older chicken and eventually it will go to younger age, then adult age, and then old age, and then it dies. Or the chicken has another trait, and that is if the chicken, if it is starving and there is not enough food, it will die. And the function works like this. To live, the chicken needs to produce body heat, and to produce body heat um, uh, it will need energy, and the chicken's body here has energy, right? Okay, so the chicken has energy, body energy stored in its body, and it will take energy from there and it will produce its body heat. But if the energy is low, then it will eventually die out, right? Like the chicken also has a protein layer here, and if there is not enough body energy, the chicken's protein layer will eventually burn to produce the body heat, and it will eventually die. So the whole function works like this. And another thing is that the whole chicken thing, look here, the all of the chicken poofs everywhere, right? The pooping works like this. The chicken eats when it's put and the body is stored energy level is very low, and then the chicken feels hunger. Okay, and in here the chicken has digestive system, right? Like the chicken, when hungry, the chicken can't just eat food. The chicken uh, the chicken's stomach needs to be empty to eat another food. And here is another thing: if the chicken's stomachs need to be empty, and if the chicken's stomach could be full, then the chicken's food of the stomach needs to go somewhere, and here I have given the intestine. So the chicken's stomach first digests food, and when it goes to intestine, the chicken produces energy, and that energy is stored in the chicken's body. Okay, and that stored energy will produce body heat and keep the chicken alive. And here's another thing: if the chicken is hungry, very hungry, the chicken has also hormone level. You can say that a female and male chicken is almost in the same place, like they mated, okay, and it laid an egg somewhere, or the baby has grown out, probably. Yeah, look at her. The chicken has mated, and it will lay an fertile egg, which will hatch eventually in 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, so um, yeah, so the chicken also has hormonal system, and besides that of the digestive system, the hormonal system works both for the female chicken and male chicken. There is a catch: the female chicken, if its hormonal level is very high, in this case, it will lay a non-fertile egg. But if the male chicken's hormonal level is very high, it will mate with the female chicken. Um, I have restrained myself from giving an animation of the mating. Like I didn't feel the need to do it. Okay, but it is very easy to animate these things. It's very easy. But this whole thing is very functional. The whole chicken works like a simple organism. Okay, the food digest in the stomach, goes to intestine, produces energy, and now here's the catch: the food which is in the intestine needs to get out if more food will get in the stomach, right? Okay, so uh, so here, if the chicken's stomach is full, intestine is also full, and the chicken has very low body heat, like it hasn't eaten for a very long time, but it needed to produce body energy continuously, like it needs to do it. Okay, so in this moment the chicken will eat, but the stomach has no place to eat. So what will the chicken do? The chicken, if its intestine is full and its stomach is full, then it will poop to make place on the intestine, make empty place in intestine, and the food on the stomach will go to intestine, digest it, make energy, and go to chicken's body. And in that partially or fully empty stomach, the chicken can eat food, and the stomach will digest it eventually. And this is basically how the chickens work. And yep, now a very interesting part is okay, right, the chicken has food, the chicken eats, but the food that the chicken eats is in the growth, and the growth is dynamic. Okay, um, the growth has a simple height. The oldest chickens, you can see that a bit grayish, a darker gray color. These are dead chickens. It had lived a long time and it had died out. Okay, so all these things, the food the chicken eats, is it comes from the growth, and the growth produces seed. You can see there's seed here. See, the growth produces seed, and every growth has approximately 3 to 4 seeds. Okay, so here is how the growth works. The growth, like the tree, is is not very sensitive to wind, but it eventually grows, and uh, the height that the growth are now is the maximum height the growth can grow in this simulation. Okay, and this growth has the seed, and it eventually produces, and these are the chickens main source of food. um, why I say main source of food, because there is a secondary source of food and it is right here, but for this animation I haven't I haven't just I haven't I didn't give it. So yep. So here's how the growth works. The growth is at first could have said, could not have said, it all generates randomly, and the seed here, the seed that you can see here, eventually grows, and um, every growth can take 3 to 4 seeds, and when it maxes out, then the growth doesn't grow any seed, and the chicken goes to those seeds, those crosses that has seed available, and it's those seed. And every seed goes to stomach, then it goes to intestine, and it uh, eventually the chicken poops out if the intestine is full. That's how the whole thing works with the chicken. So yep, if the straw grass has no food or no seed left, then it eventually grows after 1 to 2 seconds, like 3 seconds probably. So yeah, that's how the whole thing works for the chicken. And all the chicken seems to die out, but there's another thing: the chicken has pooped and laid unfertile non-fertile eggs all over the place, like this, like these things, this off colored, of kind of off-white color, darker off-white color, custard, probably that's what they say. These are the non-fertile eggs, um, and and these are the chicken poops. And that's the interesting thing: the chicken poops could be washed out, and this is how it works basically. um, I'll show you. I will enable the rain, and it will eventually wash out all the poops. Okay, so yep, this is how it works. What? So I have enabled the rain, and let's see how the poop washes out. It's all the places the poop is washing out eventually, and the world is now a very much more clear place. Like, here's the interesting thing: um, all the lights there have gone dim. Okay, I mean, not dim. They don't have any lights. This whole thing is produced with electricity, and the electricity works like this. There are four. No, I'm very sorry. There are four street lights. There's one, two, three, four, and there's two turbines that are used to produce electricity. And there is electricity for the house, and there is electricity for the tower. Okay, okay, the whole thing works like this. um, when the turbine moves, and when essentially there is wind, the turbine rotates, and the uh, turbine's direction depends on the wind's direction here, and essentially the wind speed decides how much electricity will be produced. If there is less electricity, there will be very less. I mean, there is very less wind, then there will be very less electricity production, and This is essentially how it works. I will simulate the wind and explain how this works. So first I will give a very little wind, and you will see that only the tower's light is present, but it is fluctuating. Like the turbine is producing electricity, but it is used continuously by the tower, and the tower's energy consumption is very high, and compared to what the electricity is producing right now, and that's why the tower consumes all the energy faster than the turbine can produce energy, and that's essentially what happens with the tower's light, and it dims and it fluctuates light because it consumes energy faster, and when it is consuming energy and there is energy present, in those moments the light is on, and it has consumed all the energy, so there is no energy left, but the turbine is still producing, but there is no energy left to make the light visible, and in this moment the which can't light the tower properly, in this moment the light goes dim, and you can see the dim portion. That's essentially the moment when there isn't enough energy. Okay, so if I increase the wind speed, you can see that the tower's light has gone a very steady pace, and the whole thing works kind of like this. The first, the electricity is reserved for the tower, and then the electricity is reserved for the house, and then the electricity is reserved for the street lamp. That means if there is enough electricity, it will first power the tower, and then if there is electricity left, then it will power the house, and if there is more electricity left, it will power the street lights. And yep, okay, and the light is fluctuating here mostly because there isn't enough energy to there isn't enough energy for the whole thing to light in the to light in a steady state to light. So I will increase the wind speed a bit more, and the light will be a bit steadier. Say the light fluctuates a bit because there's more energy producing, and the light uses if frequently. And if I increase the wind speed a bit more, it will be very steady, but there isn't enough electricity produced for the street lamp to light. So if I increase the wind a bit more, you can see the street lamp is fluctuating, and if I increase a bit more, the street lamp fluctuates more, and if I increase up very much, then see the street lamp first lights for a brief moment, then goes then again it's a brief moment because the electricity is enough to light for those moments, and the later moment there is no electricity left, and the turbine is still producing, and in this moment the turbine I'm very sorry, the street lamp is not lit. So I'll increase the wind speed. Okay, here's the interesting factor. If I turn the wind down here, the lights won't go out instantly. I'll show you now. I will turn the wind down, and it will eventually die out. Okay. The produced energy is stored first, and from that stored place it eventually gives up energy to the whole devices that needs it. Okay, so yeah, the turbine produces enough energy continuously, and if the energy consumption is low compared to the produced energy, uh, the extra produced energy will be stored, and when there will be no wind and there is enough energy, it will continue to give all the devices the energy until it runs out of energy. I'll show you. I will increase the wind speed so much, um, the trees might fall down. I'll rotate the turbine blade so that the tree falls on the opposite direction. Okay, and here all the grasses will be uh, shaking, and I will increase the wind speed now, and for a brief moment there is so much energy producing now, is being produced now, and we won't need electricity, and I mean we won't need wind uh, for the coming time. And I'll now make the wind speed to make the wind speed very low, and you will see that um, the lights will still be on. Yep. Okay, the turbines are now at a hold state, and the whole energy thing, the full body, the light, street lamps, the house, and the towers, they all have energy left, and from this energy, uh, it is lit, and um, the devices are on. There is no chicken left, as you can see in the world, but there is another function. There is an earthquake function. Say I'm simulating an earthquake, but it has a thing like it works like um it works like a kind of spring, like first it has much energy and eventually dies out, and its frequency gets higher, most probably. I forgot, I'm very sorry for that. So yeah, that's essentially what this project is mainly. It has tree, it has earth, it has a living creature, a very simple living creature, which can make it food, digest food, produces body energy. It has electricity, and eventually with it is very easy to uh, give another creatures, like I can give it rat, I can give it um, uh, house cat, I can give it cats, I can give it most probably bird. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that, but most probably it could be given very easily, which will have mating mechanism, hunger mechanism, body heat production mechanism, and uh, pregnancy mechanism which the chicken has. And yep, the intestine mechanism, body protein mechanism, hormonal mechanism, all these things I can give the rats, cats, birds very easily. It is very easy to do it. You, I just need to make another cat, rat, another creature, and give all the functions that the chicken has to them, and eventually cut out the export, because the egg eventually grows on inside some of them, like the cats, rats, dogs. The egg is inside their body, so I don't need to lay any egg. The lay is inside the body, and when it hatches, I will drop off the baby on the world. And there is another thing that the chicken mom, no, or the creature mom, if it is a mammal, will most probably could milk its calf, its babies, and it is very easy to give it. And it is a tree like I forgot what the tree is called, but yeah, and another trees could be given very easily, and this grass was not this large, it was very small, and it eventually grew out, and on top you can see the rain particles, and if I start the rain, it will eventually die out, because uh, if I start the rain, there will be rain particles that will be in the sky and falling, and um, it needs to fall on the ground before it goes neutral. So yeah, that will how it works. I will stop the rain, and they will eventually, and um not at the moment, and it will work like this. I will stop rain now, and I stopped it, and you can see it is raining, and it eventually dies out. Yeah, so that's the whole project. So I will cut it, and I'll start it again to only to show you how what the process looks like, and I can grow much more tree, and this is the source code for the project. Okay, I will grow more grasses. Excuse me. I'm very sorry, excuse me. I'm malfunctioning with my mouse. It's not nice now. Okay, I'll increase the growth amount. I'll first you saw two, only how many? 200 grosses, and I'll now increase it. I'll give more grosses on another part. Okay, and I'll increase the number of trees also. Number of trees 15. I'll give 100 trees. Okay, and it will look like a forest. No, 200. And let me tell you, the whole game will be very slow. So the whole simulation will be very slow. So yep. Um, oh, okay. And no. Excuse me. I am having a bit of gastric problem, so very sorry for that. that was very rude. Please excuse me. You can see it has a very low frame rate. There's 500 trees and uh, the growth numbers are very high. And the trees you can see eventually grows. And I will do this. I will increase the wind speed very high so the trees will eventually fall. But here's another thing. Not all tree falls the same, and the tree that has leaf falls in another way than the tree that doesn't have any leaf. And the tree that is very high, I mean that has a greater height, it will fall more quickly than the trees that is very low height. So you see the much more the much more high trees will fall quicker and fall faster than the trees that have very low height. So yep, I'll increase the wind speed more, and it is going crazy. Oh yeah, another thing for the chickens. Well, okay, for the chickens, I didn't give any functions when the natural disasters like the high wind or the rain comes. I could have given it very easily. The chicken could have gotten to the little homes. I forgot what they called. That's why I said little homes. I'm very sorry for that. But yeah, the chicken will take shelter essentially. Yeah. And when it rains, other chicken could also take shelter. Oh my god, the trees are not falling. Oh yeah. It will fall now. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, all of them will fall. Oh, after the trees falling and all the leaves are gone, most probably we'll see a greater frame rate. Um, I can stop the wind now. And I'll stop the rain also. Yep, and now it has a greater frame rate because all the things doesn't need to render the tree render the tree leaves. You can see the much more tree trunks on the ground. Oh my god, that's a lot. And yeah, I can grow another tree here. Hey, come on. I'm sorry. No. Yep. So yeah, that's how the project works. Okay, I'll show you another thing. All the buttons that it has now. I'll show you a film now. So these are the buttons that are in work. Firstly, this is the controls the arrows, the letter keys, and um, this will move the camera off. This will move the camera down, left, right, and this will move the camera to the wall center, right, start earthquake, stop rain, EQ, wind direction, and increase wind speed, decrease wind speed, move the red dot, and this is the red dot. um, Forward, backward, left, right, up, down, plant tree in the wool, plant photo X in the wool, and um, a little another button that is day and night. Uh, it is very easy to give a day cycle, like it will first it will get to day to night, night to day. It will have time. The whole 24 o'clock is very easy to give, but I just didn't give it. And I will go to the source code now. Okay, this is the source code, and this is the camera position that we were controlling. It is field of view light, and it's the time showcase wind. That's the trees for variable for trees, that variable for, and this produces trees. This is a turbine, street lamp, that's a chickens, that's the chicken movement, all the variables for chicken poop, chicken egg growth, this this generates the growth, this is earthquake, this is raindrops, all the raindrops you see, it has manual positions. Oh right, another thing is for the rain, oh I started like the rain increases its length compared to its speed. Like if the rain gradually increases its speed, the rain that is very high up in the sky will have a greater speed due to gravity. It will eventually increase its speed relative to its gravity. So these said that the particles have the highest speed compared to the ones um, that that are up in the sky. You can see that and I'm very sorry for the background noises. I can't help it. I'm very sorry. Um, these raindrops have the lowest speed and the lowest length. Yeah, that the rain is in a particular position, while the world is, say, it has very low speed, very low length, and this is basically how it works. The rain goes to the bottom, and when it hits the ground, eventually increases speed, and yeah, that's that. And again, I'm very sorry. I apologize for the background noise. It is while I live. Um, it is just people, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Everyone is up, and I can't help it. I'm very sorry. It is very rude uh, to include them. Uh, the background noise is very rude, but I can't help it. I'm very sorry for that. Once again, it is very rude. I apologize deeply. Okay, now it has the rain, and it is the object XYZ, and we chose, yeah, we chose the red dots, and this is the object's position, draw text, draw sky. It is this is very this function, it is I've just given it like that, not given much thought of it, just wanted to see how a day or night should look like. and it is nothing. And this is the main ground, the greener ground. This is the trees. Yeah, the tree has living, old. It has different kind of drawing things. This is the draw turbine. Yeah, this is the draw tower. This is the buildings, and this is the building glasses, doors. This is the fences, another fence. This is the chicken house. This is the chicken poop. This is the draw chicken. This is the chicken. This is the fence outside, street lamp, draw grass, and this is the draw rain group, draw. This is a keyboard listener, and this is all the buttons that are in works right now. This is the mouse listener. It has no function in this project, but it is there just. This is the setup camera. This is the idle functions. Oh yeah, right. This is where all the functions work. This is the 1 second, 2 seconds, right? 3 full update, like it simulates 3 gravity, 3 endurance, 3 endurance checking, 3 energy, like energy consumption, check what can preserve energy, active or inactive chicken body metabolism, body reactions, chicken egg golden belly, sensei, and chicken body hormonal level, lifetime check, lifestyle, like as I said, infant, living, old, dead. The chicken hormonal level, male and female, okay, have different kind of hormonal levels. Chicken seed eating, if the chicken is hungry or not. Chicken gender, training, yeah, right. Chicken pregnancy level, chicken fertility, chicken body energy consumptions, the chicken movement, male chickens, mates at terminal level reaches max, check if chicken is hungry, check if chicken's aimed cross for eating seed is still available or not, chicken moves toward the egg cross, chicken check your adjust parameters if chicken is not hungry, chicken fertile egg aging and hatch, chicken egg, gross height update, right, okay, gross checking variable, aqua, check if chicken is present, check if chicken is not present, rain. Okay, it's very, this whole project is very easy. It's nothing, I, it only took 3 days of mine. It's very easy project, it's nothing at all. And yeah, it can be do, and it, a very well developed simulation can be done in a month if we work on it. A very advanced world simulation could be done. It only took 3 days of mine, and it's a very primitive project, and it's nothing at all. It's nothing. It's the drawing things, like here's another problem with my project. It's done from scratch, okay, only with triangles. Probably it has a notch, I don't remember. Okay, let's see what I include. Right, glue cylinder, that's basically, and this pair, that's basically the only thing I could use. I used the whole project with this cylinder and this pair, and what, and the vortex. That's all the thing that has been used. Nothing and nothing more. And the gel color, and nothing more is used. So it's a very primitive project. Okay, I'll number of trees, I'll give it 5. Number of crosses, I'll give it 5. I'll run the project on smooth time, and there will be 5 grass and 5 trees. And it has greater FPS, greater frame rate. Oh yeah, the problem I was mentioning is this. Like, If I give no. Like if I give her here, you can see the Finch is uh, drawn first, and then the trees, or the house is drawn first, and then the trees. See, you can see that, and it is not the desert thing I want. Like there is no tree, well, okay, and this is a problem. And it can be mitigated very easily. You can see the street lamps are drawn first, the turbine is drawn first, compared to the tree. The chicken is drawn first compared to the trees. I see the walls, those sides of walls is drawn first compared to the trees. The chicken shelter is drawn first. The chicken is drawn first. See, and this is not the desired thing. Like the tower, the house is drawn first than the tower, and this is not the thing that we want. And what I can do, what can be done is very easily. These whole things is made by port, and every port have a position, and I can take a center, or I can take the edges. I can take a circle, I can take a rectangle, and I can take its edges, and I can compare with it, compare the distance with the with my camera distance, and then I could draw those parts first. Those are uh, those are very closer to me. Okay, so yeah, that and this will, and in that way, this person could draw first. Draw uh, uh, this person will be drawn earlier than the persons behind, and that essentially it will mitigate the problem, and it will draw first, and it will look natural. Okay, so yeah, draw building, draw street lamps, and it is these are drawn in such a way so that it looks good from this position for this demonstration, for the whole simulation. So yeah, the turbine, chicken poops, chicken eggs, chicken grass rain, and this just draws the windows. There's a whole simulator, and it is 100,000, but in 800 is ratio. Yeah, that's essentially the whole project is. This is a very primitive project. It's very primitive. It could be done a lot advanced. It could be made a lot advanced if only I work a bit. If only work a bit more, and the project work a bit more. It's very primitive work. It's very primitive work. Like right. Uh, so yeah. That's for all for the documentation of my project, and thank you very much for watching.